Hey guys, welcome back to the Network Podcast, and today I got Gigi K coming in, and she's about to fucking crush this shit. I got a lot of interview questions. I got fire-ass interviews, and if you guys are just joining, you're listening to Stackpack Media, the Network Podcast, and we always have entrepreneur interviews, music artist interviews, and we fucking go insane. And today I got someone from Massachusetts, in Salem to be exact, and I'm ready to go crazy with her. She got some fire-ass music. I've heard it already, and I'm ready to fucking bring her into the studio so that way she can give us some good answers to these questions that I got. Actually, I think Gigi just pulled up right now to the studio, actually, to keep it 100 with you. Gigi, thanks for coming through. How you feeling?
Hey, yo, I'm feeling good. How are you, Stack?
I'm doing good. So, Gigi, can you please introduce yourself to the audience and let them know who you are and what you do? Let's get into that, first of all. Let's get to that.
Hey, yo, what up, y'all? My name is Gigi K. I'm a rapper and singer from Salem, Massachusetts. You already know the word. I've done plenty of shows and much more.
And that's what I love to hear. Now, Gigi, my first question for you is, why did you decide to get in music? Like, when did you know this was you and this was your calling? Over to you. Let's talk about it.
How I realized this is what I wanted to do. It all started in the 4th grade, but obviously younger than that. I just fell in love with music, and then that's when I discovered Chris Brown and seen his way. And for some reason, just the way that music is, I just fell in love with it. I always loved it as a kid, and I'm like, let's see if I can do it myself. So as I grew up, I started doing talent shows, I started doing community shows, and then I seen what I was doing. I was attracting a lot of people from all ages, from kids to someone's grandma. and ever since then, I realized this is my calling, and this is something that God wants me to do.
Come on, Gigi. That's what I'm talking about. Now, Gigi, when did you record your first song? Do you remember the first time recording the first song? Were you nervous? Give me some backdrop on that. I want to ask you that as an artist. Let's get to that.
Oh, God. I want to say I had just graduated from high school. I was about 18 years old when I graduated, and I want to say a couple weeks or a month after I graduated, I wrote this song called Bad and She Know It. Back in the day, I didn't really know much about like buying beats and stuff. So I was like, I'm gonna admit it, I was taking beats off of YouTube because I wasn't highly educated in it.
Oh, you was on the jack move. Oh, whoa.
Yeah. So once I figured out what beat, what vibe, I recorded it, and it's like when I first recorded the song, I was really nervous. I had a bunch of anxiety. But as we just kept taking takes and takes and takes, I got used to it. And we banged out the song, me and my boy Dame, shout out to Dame from Massachusetts. Once we recorded it and I played it for people, everybody was rocking with it. So I'm like, I know where I got everybody. And that song pushed me, and I started meeting people. But the one song that actually made things happen is my song Come My Way, and I recorded that when I was 19, 20 years old.
That's fire. Whoa, we got Gigi K in the building. If you guys are just now joining, you're listening to the Network Podcast, Stackpack, and I'm here with Gigi K. Now, my next question for you, Gigi K, is what do you tell somebody that wants to do something just like you and follow your footsteps? What do you tell the youth or somebody that wants to be an artist? Let's get into this.
Basically, when people come to advice on how they should move the way I'm moving and other people are moving, it all starts with the key, which is consistency and networking. If you're not staying consistent and you're not networking, you're still going to be kind of in the same place that you are. And networking is important. Try to get your music and performances in front of people that do the same thing as you, and that can be like, all right, this person got potential. I'm going to see what's up. And consistency is the key as well, because you got to keep dropping and keep moving and keep networking and going here and there to spread your name. So those two are like the big, most important things for upcoming artists and anybody who wants to do anything. It's networking and consistency.
Networking and consistency. Y'all heard it live from Gigi K. We're live on the Network podcast, and I got plenty of questions for her. Now, Gigi K, what's something you wish you would have known before you got into this whole music business and this music industry? Let's talk about it. Over to you.
All the registration that comes with releases, not just BMI, not just ASCAP. There's other websites out there that your music and the money is just floating and it's not being claimed yet. So BMI, ASCAP, there's Music Trust, and there's a couple things I can't even name off my head right now. But it's really important to register all your music, and I didn't even know that. So I had to go back through all my songs and re-register them.
Damn, that must have took mad time.
Yeah, man, it took a lot of time to understand the fact that registering your music is very important, especially when it comes to working with producers. I didn't know that like producers have I have to add producers to BMI and stuff like that. I didn't know about crediting and, splits and stuff like that. So I reached out to the producers, try to get, build a relationship, trying to get their information and stuff like that. And now it's in my head that every song I release, I got to make sure I have it registered everywhere. Otherwise,
and that's smart, though. That's smart. I'm glad you learned that. That's something that a lot of artists, go over, and they just forget about it. So good thing you learned that, Gigi. Now, my next question for you is, do you remember a song that you wrote that had a strong emotion, and how'd that make you feel? Like a song that stuck out to you, strong emotion, anything that was like some real shit that hit hard. You remember writing that song? Let's talk about it.
One of my songs, actually, funny story, a lot of people love my pop music and stuff like that, but they wanted to hear more of what's good with Gigi K. So I wrote this song called Way Out. It's basically telling a story how I'm trying to make my way out with everything I'm trying to do. And, I have some people behind me, but I don't got a lot of people. And that song resonated with a lot of people to the point it made its first movie role.
Oh, that sync. That's that sync right there. Yeah.
The movie is called, oh, damn. And I've been talking about it for months. When it comes to my mind, I'll let you all know. But it's all over Amazon Prime and Tubi. Great movie.
Come on, stop playing. We got Gigi K in the building if you guys are just now joining. Now, my next question for you, Gigi K, is what's some of your creative process look like? Like when you're making a song, when you're trying to come up with the next gig, what's some of your creative process and what's that look like for you? Over to you.
So, how my creative process goes is that I find a beat that my brain is like, this is the one. I go through thousands of beats all the time, and I'm like, nah, this ain't it. And then I find a beat, and how I start writing the lyrics is that I don't know if everybody has their brain, this way, but I can hear the hook in the melody in the beat. And people in the streets call me the hook queen because I just be coming up with some shit and catching shit. So that's how my writing process starts, is that I listen to the beat and I really listen to hear the words in the beat. Even if they're not there, I just listen. And once I find that, that's when the writing process starts. And then once the writing process starts, I practice it for about a couple weeks or a couple days just to make sure, all right, this is the song. And then I take it to the studio and, I do what I do in the studio. And I'm like, all right, I think it could hit because I got people in the studio. And sometimes I like people in the studio to get the criticize and the feedback. So once I see them head bobbing, yeah, gee, this is it, then it's go time.
Come on, Gigi K. Let's go. That creative process. Now, Gigi K, let's get into some more questions because artistry is important. Artistry is everything. How do you go about 100%. Collabs with artists? How do you go about, going about the collab? Is it, you have to be aligned? Does the music have to hit? Do they have to be in the same genre? How do you go about collabing with different artists in your industry? Let's talk about it.
See, it's very funny. I don't even know how I do it. It's it doesn't have to do with the artist's music. It's the vibe and the energy that they're bringing. And I'm like, I can see this person on a track. Even if the track I got is out their genre, for some reason, their flow and their style always hits. And sometimes I be getting jealous. I'm like, damn, you sound better than me on my own goddamn track. Shit, what was I missing? What was I missing? The niggas is doing better than me. But when it comes to working with other artists and putting them on my tracks, it's just the flow. It's like, it's weirdly how I get connected with artists that are outside my genre to make them connect with my genre. Like, it's really hard to explain, but for some reason, it just fits.
Come on, Gigi K, let's freaking go.
It just fits, man. It just fits, man.
Come on. If you guys are just joining, like I said, we're on an interview with Gigi K live on the network podcast hosted by Stackpack Media. Now, Gigi, my next question for you is, do you remember like what was the hardest song you've ever wrote? Because I know usually like the process is usually easy for a lot of people. They write songs, they get it. So what was one of the hardest songs you wrote and why was it hard? Let's get to it.
My song featured 2 times G from Massachusetts. Shout out to him. My song Get to the Bag was one of the most hardest songs. And the reason why I say that is because my genre is more pop, Afrobeat, dancehall. I love my island music. And one day I was like, I need to do something else because I be freestyling and stuff like that. And I be rapping. And the beat that I chose, it was very different from all my other beats before I came out with more music. And I'm like, I need to try something different. So once I did that song, I was in the studio for it took a while to get this song down packed. And then once I got the flow and once I figured it out, everything started to come together like a puzzle. And then when 2 times came into the studio right after when I was done and he hit it, I'm like, all right, we on the same page. So I have to say Get to the Bag was more difficult because it was a whole different genre that I stepped into. It was more like a little baby and type vibe and like a boogie type vibe. So it was a little bit difficult, but once I got into that genre, I'm like, all right, I got this. And then I started making more music based off that genre. So I have to say Get to the Bag was one of my toughest ones.
Sheesh. Now, my last question for you, Gigi K, is where do you see yourself in the next 5 years with all this music business stuff and everything you got going on? Because it's pretty great, but what's the plans? What do you have for the next 5 years? My last question for you. Let's go.
In the next 5 years, I see myself selling out arenas. And the reason why I say that is because when I perform, I like to attract the crowd. I want the crowd to be a part of my performance. It's not just you watching me. It's all of us together when it comes on stage. And the energy that I bring to the crowd is so strong and so free. I feel like when it comes to the arenas, I feel like I can make the whole stadium or wherever I'm at sing my songs and be like, all right, Gigi K, this is the show that I need to be at. It's nothing but vibes and fun. So I can see myself in 5 years selling out arenas and, making my fans feel like no matter what show I do, that they will feel a part of, like they're on stage with me.
Come on, Gigi K. You done fired up all my questions I have for you. Now, how can they follow you on all platforms or where you want them to tune in with you at to tune in and follow you?
You can follow me on IG at the real Gigi K, Gigik. Same with TikTok. Same with Twitter, and the thread that's on Instagram. I don't know. Also, you can find me on all platforms, streaming platforms, Gigi K, Gigik. That's also where you can find me as well to tune into my music and then tune into my social media as well to see what's going on.
Gigi K, we appreciate you for coming into the network podcast, and I'm pretty sure you will be back. We had Gigi K come up here. Come on. Now, we're out of here. We done had a fire episode with Gigi K. Make sure you follow her. Boston, stand the fuck up. Massachusetts, stand the fuck up. Y'all know what's going on. I will see you guys next time. Gigi K, we are out of here. Thank you for joining. Lego.
You already know.